Love, power, and careers that didn't survive. From CardiB, whose public relationship drama flipped the streets against Offset and quietly buried his solo career, to Kim Kardashian, whose divorce stripped Kanye West of his billionaire status.
To make yourself feel better, because I make you feel so low about yourself. Because I don't make you feel like you're that in this home.
To Kim Scott, whose toxic bond with Eminem nearly ended his life.
I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I cried. I have to make sure that my kids don't hear it.
What made you cry?
He is supposed to be the man that loves me and is supposed to protect me, from being hurt. And here he is, completely and totally disrespecting me in the worst way possible in front of millions of people.
These aren't fairy tales. These are real-life examples of how love, fame, ego, and instability can rewrite careers forever. And it all starts with the most destructive hood love story hip-hop has ever seen. Kim Scott and Eminem, when love became self-destruction. In 1988, in the heart of Detroit, a 15-year-old Marshall Mathers met a 13-year-old Kim Scott. Both were running from trauma. Both were broke. Both were damaged. Kim and her twin sister Dawn had escaped an abusive home and ended up crashing at Eminem's mom's place. What started as teenage love in one of the grimiest cities in America quickly turned into something darker, a codependent survival bond, not a healthy relationship. By 1995, they had a daughter, Haley Jade. For a brief moment, it looked like family might save them. Then, fame hit. When the Slim Shady LP exploded in 1999, Eminem's life changed overnight. Money, attention, pressure, and temptation flooded in. They got married on June 14, 1999, but the marriage was cursed from the start. Kim later admitted she believed marriage would keep Eminem faithful, sober, and grounded. Instead, fame magnified everything toxic already inside the relationship. Non-stop arguments, paranoia, and substance abuse. Eminem did what he always did. He turned pain into music. Songs like 97 Bonnie and Clyde crossed disturbing lines, but nothing cut deeper than Kim from the Marshall Mathers LP in 2000, a track that graphically described murdering his own wife. Millions heard it. Kim had to live with it. The disrespect wasn't metaphorical, it was public humiliation. In July 2000, during the Up in Smoke tour, Eminem performed Kim live, violently beating a blow-up doll made to look like her. That same night, Kim attempted suicide by slashing her wrists. The damage was permanent. Their first divorce finalized in 2001. Shockingly, they remarried in January 2006, a second chance that lasted just 41 days. The emotional fallout wrecked Eminem's mental health. After Encore, he disappeared. Rehab visits stacked up. Addiction spiraled. In 2007, Eminem overdosed, a near-fatal moment he later admitted was fueled by the chaos of that relationship. Ironically, the same pain pushed his albums to diamond status, while nearly killing the man behind the music. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, billions lost in public. When Kanye West married Kim Kardashian in 2014, it looked unstoppable. Music royalty meets reality TV dominance, fashion, influence, global power. They'd been close since 2012, and their lavish Florence wedding felt like a cultural coronation. 4 children followed: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm.
Kanye's coming out with a new rap song.
What does that mean?
It means he's talking mad shit about me and probably saying whatever.
Most men are not trashing like the mother of their kids like that.
Early on, the partnership worked when Kanye elevated Kim into high fashion, while Kim provided stability during his creative peaks. But the cracks widened fast. In 2018, Kanye publicly revealed his bipolar disorder. Episodes became increasingly erratic. By 2020, everything collapsed during his failed presidential run, including a shocking public admission that they once considered aborting their first child. Kim was forced to publicly defend his mental health while privately distancing herself. By February 2021, she filed for divorce. After that, things spiraled. Kanye publicly harassed Kim and her new partner, Pete Davidson, with disturbing social media threats. But the real career destruction came in October 2022, when Kanye's anti-Semitic remarks triggered total industry rejection. Adidas cut Yeezy, an estimated $1.5 billion loss. Gap, Balenciaga, Vogue, all severed ties. His net worth collapsed from nearly $1.8 billion to around $400 million. Music releases became chaotic, and his cultural influence faded under scandal. Meanwhile, Kim thrived. Post-divorce, Skims reached a $4 billion valuation. One empire burned, the other leveled up. Nicole Young and Dr. Dre, the $100 million split. After nearly 25 years of marriage, Dr. Dre and Nicole Young's divorce became one of the most expensive in hip-hop history. They married in 1996 under a prenup designed to protect Dre's growing fortune. Nicole put her legal career on hold to support him as he built Death Row, Aftermath, and eventually Beats by Dre. In 2014, Beats sold to Apple for $3 billion, making Dre hip-hop's first billionaire. 6 years later, everything collapsed. Nicole filed for divorce in June 2020, releasing court documents with explosive abuse allegations, including physical violence and long-term trauma. Dre denied everything, calling the claims lies. The legal battle centered on the prenup. Nicole challenged it, seeking half of Dre's fortune and massive monthly support. In December 2021, the divorce finalized with a $100 million settlement. Dre kept his businesses, but his public image took irreversible damage. CardiB and Offset, scandals over music. Since 2017, CardiB and Offset's relationship has been chaos on repeat. Secret marriage, cheating scandals, public apologies, temporary reunions. Every scandal overshadowed Offset's music. His solo career never escaped the drama. In August 2024, Cardi filed for divorce again, one day after announcing her third pregnancy. As of January 2026, the divorce still isn't finalized, with Cardi revealing Offset is demanding she pay his taxes and give him a larger share of assets. Offset's career stalled. Cardi's dominance continued. Big Sean and Jhené Aiko, When Love Softens the Edge. Big Sean and Jhené Aiko were together nearly a decade. From creative chemistry to a joint album, the relationship slowly reshaped Sean's image. Fans noticed the shift. Fewer hard-hitting anthems, more introspective love bars. While albums still charted, critics argued his edge disappeared. Spotify listeners declined. Mega hits never returned. By late 2025, the relationship ended, reportedly over commitment issues. Jhené's career flourished, Sean's momentum stalled. Coming next, the darkest chapter yet. DMX and Tashera Simmons. Addiction, alleged abuse, and demons that followed him even after death. Demons at home, decline on wax, and battles after death. Cheating, substance abuse, alleged violence, relationships that didn't just fall apart, they fed the very demons that destroyed careers, reputations, and legacies long after the music stopped. This chapter begins with a legend whose pain never stayed off the mic. DMX and Tashera Simmons, love, addiction, and war after death. They met as kids in Yonkers, New York in the late 1980s.
In her 2013 memoir, You Think You Know, You Have No Idea, Tashera Simmons recalled that DMX was her first love when she was just 11 years old. Their relationship didn't turn romantic until she was 18, but the bond was already deep, emotional, and intense. They married on August 9, 1998, right as DMX's career exploded. It's Dark and Hell is Hot debuted at #1, eventually selling over 5 million copies. DMX became the voice of pain, rage, and redemption for an entire generation. Behind the scenes, Teixeira held him down while the world crowned him a star. Together, they had 4 children, Xavier, Tacoma, Sean, and Praise Mariella. But as the fame rose, the cracks widened. DMX's crack cocaine addiction spiraled. Legal trouble followed relentlessly, arrests, probation violations, jail time, stretching from the late 1990s through 2010. By the mid-2000s, infidelity scandals overwhelmed the marriage. DMX fathered at least 11 children outside the relationship, triggering paternity suits and public embarrassment. Teixeira filed for divorce in 2010, then withdrew it. She later said she stayed to support his recovery. But by 2013, amid DMX's bankruptcy filing and continued instability, she refiled. The divorce finalized in 2014. After the separation, darker stories surfaced. In her 2021 memoir and post-death interviews, Teixeira accused DMX of long-term physical and emotional abuse, describing life with him as volatile, traumatic, and damaging. She said the years of chaos left her with PTSD, a struggle she'd kept silent about for decades. DMX's career never recovered. After 5 consecutive #1 albums between 1998 and 2003, his output collapsed. Addiction overshadowed artistry. Tours disappeared. Albums underperformed. On April 9, 2021, DMX died from a cocaine-induced heart attack. Death didn't bring peace. In 2024, Teixeira sued his estate, claiming 50% ownership of his music catalog and intellectual property. On April 7, 2025, Judge David F. Everett ruled against her, declaring the estate the sole owner of DMX's IP, though he upheld her claim for $214,000 in unpaid child support. The man who rapped about demons never escaped them, and neither did his family.
Chance the Rapper and Kirsten Corley, when marriage became the music. This wasn't scandal-driven destruction. This was self-inflicted. Chance the Rapper met Kirsten Corley at age 9 in Chicago. Childhood friends turned lovers. By the time Chance blew up with acid rap, she was already part of his story. They reconnected romantically in 2013. Their daughter Kinsley was born in 2015. After a brief separation in 2016, they reunited. Chance proposed in July 2018. They married in March 2019. Then came the big day. Chance's debut studio album was centered entirely on marital bliss. It debuted at #2 on the Billboard 200, then collapsed under criticism. Reviewers called it repetitive, corny, and tone-deaf. Anthony Fontano gave it a 0 out of 10. The internet turned "I Love My Wife" into a meme. Fans who loved acid rap felt alienated. Spotify listeners dropped from around 16 million to 8 million by 2020. No major hits followed. A 2024 lawsuit from former manager Pat Corcoran accused Chance of mismanagement, poor rollout decisions, and prioritizing family over business. In April 2024, Chance and Corley announced their separation. She filed for divorce in December 2024. It finalized quietly in January 2025. The album built on marriage became a symbol of his career stall. Jeezy and Jeannie Mai, allegations, guns, and a public fall. From March 2021 to June 2024, Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's marriage unraveled into one of hip-hop's ugliest modern divorces. They met on The Real in 2018. Married in 2021, daughter Monica was born in January 2022. By September 2023, Jeezy filed for divorce. Mai claimed she was blindsided. Court filings exploded in 2024 when Mai accused Jeezy of domestic violence, including choking, pushing her downstairs, punching her, and verbal abuse. She also alleged child neglect, claiming he left unsecured firearms accessible to their toddler. Jeezy denied all allegations. The divorce finalized in June 2024, but disputes continued into 2025. A judge warned Jeezy of possible jail time over alleged non-compliance with financial terms. His music faded behind headlines. Spotify listeners declined. Tours slowed. Legal drama became the story. CardiB and Naomi Osaka, when peace still costs momentum. By late 2024, the signs were already there. CardiB began appearing at industry events solo. His December 2024 album, The Crossroads, arrived sounding reflective, restrained, and emotionally distant. Lyrics hinted at rumors being dismissed, but also acknowledged a deeper truth: two elite careers pulling in opposite directions. Incompatibility wasn't about drama, it was about time. On January 6, 2025, Naomi Osaka confirmed the split via Instagram stories. "Hi everyone, just wanted to say that CardiB and I are no longer in a relationship. No bad blood at all. He's a great person and an awesome dad." The message emphasized growth, mutual respect in co-parenting their daughter Shy. CardiB never publicly responded, but insiders described the breakup as calm, private, and mature. Still, the timing mattered. CardiB's career was already under pressure. After The Lost Boy earned critical acclaim and 2 Grammy nominations, expectations skyrocketed. But from a bird's-eye view, underperformed, peaking at number 13 with mixed reviews. The Crossroads debuted even lower, at number 20. Critics pointed to multiple factors: new fatherhood, constant media attention from dating a global sports icon, canceled European tour dates in 2024 due to mental health. By late 2024, CardiB's monthly Spotify listeners hovered between 2 and 3 million, down from earlier peaks near 5 million. Online, Reddit threads debated whether the power couple dynamic dulled his gritty edge, shifting his music toward introspection and family themes at the expense of hunger and aggression. After the split, CardiB leaned into indie projects and low-key releases, focusing inward rather than chasing charts. Meanwhile, Osaka thrived. She returned to tennis strong, reaching the 2025 Australian Open quarter-finals, reclaiming momentum without controversy. No scandal, no lawsuits, no public war. Just 2 stars realizing that love doesn't always fit the schedule. Final takeaway: love is never neutral in hip-hop. Some relationships burn careers down in public, others quietly reroute them. From addiction and alleged abuse, to custody wars, financial collapse, and post-death estate battles, to peaceful separations that still cost momentum, one truth stays consistent. In hip-hop, personal relationships are never separate from legacy. Who you love, how you love, and when it ends. Sometimes that matters just as much as the music. Outro. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click one of the boxes on your screen right now to watch more deep dive stories just like this one. You won't want to miss what's next.